Welcome back, guys, and this time I'm bringing y'all a special video. I'm bringing you guys the finale of the Taken King DLC. That's right, the big man himself, the monster, the king, Oryx. And let me just say it was a very long, very frustrating, but very rewarding raid. So I'm going to try to give a little guide on how to actually defeat Oryx. You're going to have two ads that spawn both left and right of this area. You want to take them out. After you take them out, there's going to be two knights that appear on top of those platforms that were nearest to Oryx. After you take these knights down, you're going to want to assign people. Before the fight begins, you're going to want to assign them these platforms. Now, just like the fight before this one, these platforms are pretty important. You're going to want to decide on who is going to be the runner or the relic holder. After that, you're all going to step on these platforms counterclockwise or from right to left, and it has to be in order. If there's one little mess up, then that person's going to fall off and you're just going to have to start all over again. These ogres pop up in order of the run or the platform activation. You're going to want to pretty much kill them. After that, the relic holder will call out that he has the relic. Do not step off until he says so. Otherwise, you're just going to have to do it all over again. You defeat this knight that comes down the middle under this orb or under this aura that the relic holder has set up. After that, you're going to want to have to stagger Oryx. When you stagger him, you will now have to run to the orbs, your corresponding orb, depending on which platform you were assigned. You're going to want to run back there and make sure that your channeled light is actually channeled. After that, you're going to get under the orb or the relic holder down by the middle area, depending on where Oryx is, and you're going to want to damage Oryx. That is how you actually put damage into Oryx. And after you've done that, he will do this little animation of where he pretty much falls off the map, which he really doesn't. After that, he comes back up and he starts this thing called King's Wrath. Depending on which platform you were assigned, or if you were the roamer, the person who helps with the ogres, because these ogres have a lot of health, you will have somebody in the middle that pretty much helps people kill their ogres. These ogres are not killed on time. It's just going to cause panic and pandemonium, and a lot of people will take damage and probably most likely die. So the extra person who is not running relic is going to help pretty much take down these ogres. Usually sniping them or using your scout rifle is more than enough to help with these ogres. These ogres are key because they hold the lost light that Oryx has stolen. And when you channel this light after staggering him one time, that's when he actually takes damage. There you go. So here's the knight again. Here's the relic holder. You want to stand under that dome, kill that knight as quickly as you possibly can. And here we go. We're going on a second run. So here's the second wave or the second volley, and here we go again. Standing under the relic, staggered him. Now you go back to your corresponding corrupted light. You stand under it until you see that you have channeled the corrupted light, and then you come back under the relic holder. You only have a little bit of time to do this. If you don't hurry up, and if you don't stagger him, that's pretty much what happens right there. You pretty much all die. So this was a pretty interesting run. I cannot believe that we defeated Oryx on this run. So here is the runner, or the relic holder, and he got bumped off by one of the ads. So everybody who was under the dome is pretty much dead. He was the only one under the dome. Now the King's Wrath is activated. So he's pretty much trying to stay alive right now, because even though you we messed up right there. It was a random, I don't even know how. It was a random hiccup. One of the ads bumped into the relic holder, and because we weren't under the dome, he pretty much one-hit us. Everybody died. But because he survived it, he was able to get us all up after that crazy hiccup. And man, I was pretty much panicking at this point. But I'm so glad that that didn't happen and that the runner stayed alive and revived everybody. Oh man, that was freaking awesome. Yeah guys, it's really important that you down these ogres as quickly as possible. You know, everybody has a role to play, and being the roamer, or the person who stays down in the middle to help out with ogres, that person is very helpful. The roamer, in my opinion, you see that little platform right there that we're, you know, bunched up by, the one I'm facing, the one that I'm right behind right now, that's the platform that you want to stand on if you're a roamer. Roamer is a very important job. You really help with defeating the ogres on a timely manner, and really everything is on a clock, everything is on a timer. So if you miss a step, then you're pretty much screwed. After you activate the channel light, you have to run under this relic, and this is when you truly damage Oryx. That's when he truly takes damage. So even if one person dies while trying to channel their light, because sometimes the game lags out or doesn't register that you're in the area, make sure that even if you're lagging, that you channel that light. So after 2 volleys of actually damaging Oryx, he is going to spawn this dark dome in front of the boss fight area. So the people that are outside, see the ads that were spawning at the beginning of the encounter? You're going to want to keep them out of the dome. One by one, people will get teleported inside the dark dimension. You do not want to touch that black dome. I almost touched that black dome, and if you would have done that, if I would have done that, I would have died. Do not touch that black dome. Take down those ads. Make sure that you make the people who are inside this dark dimension, which I just got teleported into, as easy as possible, because as you can see, we're taking down the shade of Oryx. So pretty much you have to take down the shade of Oryx within a certain amount of time, and if you fail, everybody dies. So put the most amount of damage that you can, and after that, it's back to business. Here's another run. So again, bam, here he goes. He slams on the pedestal. The person who's going to be runner steps on it first, and then the assigned person will step on it and set off the chain counterclockwise. And here we go again. Here are the ogres. Take them out. The ogres spawn corresponding the order. So they will spawn from the first person who stepped on it to the last person who stepped on it in order. The last ogre is always a pain in the butt, so that roamer is very helpful when it comes to taking him out. So here we go again, smacking down the warden, because if he makes it to the end of that road, it's pretty much game over. Alright, here we go again, staggering Oryx, bam, stagger him. Now if you can, there's an acolyte that randomly shoots, and you want to get rid of that. Acolytes are annoying, they do a lot of damage and can pretty much end the boss fight. If one of your, whoop, here we go, I didn't make it in time. Didn't make it in time for that second part of the damage phase, but it's okay. I got my revive, I got myself up, and at this point in the fight, you do not want to mess up. One little mess up costs damage, and if you don't do enough damage to stagger him and actually get him to his vulnerable state, you're pretty much boned. So here I am, I got the first person to get teleported to the dark dimension. Really important, this dark dimension try not to get damaged. This is just like fighting Oryx in the story mode. Try not to get damaged, please. You do not regain any health while getting damaged in the dark dimension. So here is the shade. Ooh, you want to dodge that. He warps around from time to time. I usually jump around because he tries to sneak up behind me and pretty much annoy you. Oh man, so here we go. DPS on the shade of Oryx. Taking him down as quickly as possible. Your supers are very, very key in this boss fight. Specifically weapons of light and radiance. Because if it weren't for those, we would have been pretty hurt. So here I go again. Getting back to my assigned platform. And this time he is assigned. It's pretty much on my platform. So when he's on your assigned platform, you're going to want to jump when he does that little smash. I don't know, I just do it, just make sure I don't get hit by him. There's the runner. Whew, I have a little hiccup. It's okay, I get on just in time for the runner to start. So as you can see there, my ogre spawned first because that was the first pedestal to set off the chain of where the runner has to run up there on these platforms to get the relic. Again, don't get off the platform until the relic holder says, I got the relic, you can get off. And here we go again. Putting the beat down on the freaking warden, owning his ass. And now, here we go again, Stutter Oryx. But yeah guys, what you want for this raid is snipers and scouts. Oh man, just like that. Alright, bam. Channeled my light. I made it back in time this time and putting the beat down on your boy. Sit down, son. After 2.5 frustrating hours, it's over. It's finally over. Oh my god. Wait. What the hell? What? It's not over. What the fuck, Bungie? I'm pissed. Oh, I'm mad. This is the final stage. You're gonna want to come up here and give this douchebag all you got. Bam! Sit down, bro. The F out of my face, son. Oh, it's the most satisfying thing ever. Just watching his body just fade into nothingness and float into the very abyss that is space. And chest pops up behind you, get your rewards, and ooh, man, I got the crappy hand cannon, which is arguably the worst weapon to get from the raid. But hey, it's whatever. I got something. I'm just shooting at him right now because I'm pretty pissed that he gave me this, but after all that effort and time, look at him. Look at him floating just so gracefully, so peaceful. Yeah, it looks so beautiful, guys. What the hell? So there you have it, guys. That was the Oryx fight. It was very frustrating at first, took a lot of tries, but people eventually got it down. And here we go. Gonna smack the true MVP. Pepsi, I love you, bro. You were the true MVP of this boss fight. Can't do anything without a very, very good runner. And he did a spectacular job. He definitely deserves the props. And yeah, guys. I eventually end up infusing this into my exotic Suros regime. And here we are. We're just celebrating. Give another high five to your boy. And that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.